Okay. Very first variety I got up here is a hydrangea bloomstruck. For right now, the real nicest hydrangeas when it comes to 3 gallons right now is the stunning bloomstruck. Summer Crush I did last week. It was also looking very nice, and it's in the regular straight in the summer. As you can see, this bloomstruck has got lots of tiny buds on them. It's going to be very attracting color, and like I said, right now it's a great time to be getting these up there on the shelves via customers. Bloomstrucks is the zone 4, zone 4 to zone 9. It gets 3 feet to 4 feet in height, as well as 4 feet, 5 feet in width. It has a beautiful rose pink that's a slight purple-like color to it. It likes to be a medium but well-drained soil. This is a rebloomer, so it's one of those varieties you trim it back, it will rebloom. It likes to be in direct sun, but to slow it down, sometimes Jeff will put these in shade, but it does well still. Earns the name for being a repeat bloomer that lasts from the early summer up into the fall. It has a mop head flower that reaches up to 4 inches in size. Like I said, it has a rich blue, purple, and pink colored flowers to it. Now, it also depends upon the pHs in the soil. We're with my newest sales system where we're going through the roses and we're going to start prioritizing these like we always been, giving them from priority 1, priority 2. Most of them, we want to make sure their customers getting the varieties that's in bud and bloom. He is going to be starting up the rotation of the trim cycle. So we'll just have to keep that in mind. The picture we got here is the Rose Knockout. This is the 2-gallon. It's a zone 5 to zone 11. It has a cherry red-like flower to it. This variety is considered to be disease resistant and drought tolerant, which is a very good thing. This rose is the original Knockout with the striking red blooms on a shiny green foliage, known for their easy care, extended blooming season, and increased disease resistance. Next picture, please. Now, this was one of the newer varieties we had introduced about maybe 2 years ago. This is the Coral Knockout. It has a very brick orange that fade to a coral like rose to it. As you can see, this variety is starting to get some buds on it, and it is beginning to crack some color. This is right you see here is in the 3-gallon. Once again, it likes to be moist but well-drained soil. It takes the heat stronger than most other varieties we do have. It is considered to be disease resistant and a good variety for attracting butterflies. It's a striking coral color. A rose stands out against the green with a blushing foliage. Works well in beds, borders, and colorful hedges. Next picture, please. As you can see right here, this is the Rose Knockout Petite. This is basically it's the mini version of the Knockout. As you can see right here, Jeff figured out we had first issues with the crop last year, but we figured out what the problems were, and as you can see, he's got a very, very nice crop. This is the next crop that's going to be pulling from. This is our new priority 1s back there in the W's. This variety is in zone 5 to zone 9. It will get 18 inches in height as well as 18 inches in width. It has a beautiful, sunny, straight, solid red flower to it. We do grow this. This is in the 2-gallon. It likes to be in rich, well-drained soil and prefers to be planted in direct sun. Like I said, this is the mini version of the Knockout, and this is the next crop we're pulling from. As you can see, the entire crop is gorgeous. You can almost roll on this. So just continue. You sold through a nice area of an S4, so we still have a lot more for you, and just keep on doing what you're doing. Next picture, please. Now, this is the Rose Double Knockout. This variety is zone 5 to zone 11. 5 to 11. It gets 4 feet in height as well as 4 feet in width. It has a cherry red abundant or double flowers. This variety right here is the 3-gallon. As you can see, this crop this is from our bare root. As you can see, it's very stunning, loaded with buds, and it's just starting to crack some colorful flowers. Good shelf life. It will look really good in people's yard and landscape. This variety is considered to be very low maintenance and is black spot resistant. Lush, full double rows that is drought tolerant and it's disease resistant, which is a plus. And like I say, good for borders. As you can see that picture just on the right. Next picture, please. As you can see, we will continue getting more varieties in from WC and other places to help you continue with your sales. This is another variety that came in. This is Leucanthum Snow Lady. This is also known as Shasta Daisy. This variety is zone 5 to zone 9. It gets 7 inches in height as well as 6 inches in width. It has a pure white flower to it. We do grow this in a 19 centimeter. It takes the average soil For this variety, it is best to be grown in the full sun. Blooms upright on dwarf compact plants without the use of plant growth regulator. Snow Lady is a fast-growing, first-year flower perennial that fits in easy with bedding plants and is a good variety for attracting bees and butterflies. And this, like I said, this is the crop we just got in, so we just add that. It should be right in current. Like I said, this should basically help you once again with some of your sales goals. Next picture, please. This is another variety we also got in. This is the Coreopsis red elf, also known as tick seed. This is zone 3 to zone 9. It will get 8 inches to 12 inches in height, as well as 12 inches to 18 inches in width. This is more of the red variety when it comes to Coreopsis. Most of Coreopsis you used to see them as either being yellow or orange. This is a very stunning red, which likes to be in well but moist drained soil. Summer bloomer. It is recommended you plant this in the direct sun. It does best that way. A very large red flower above a dwarf mound of forming plant. Remove spent flowers for a continuous bloom over the course of the year. So like I said, another crop we got in, good foliage, light buds, so it should help you out. Next picture, please. Now this is the crop we just moved to current. This is our second, I would say our second growth of our new canning. This is the Dianthus plantatum fuchsia. It's more of a pink variety. It's going to 6 inches in height as well as 12 inches in width. It is more of a purple red shade flowers. I'm sorry, the common name for it is pink, but it's more of a purple red shade flowers. We do grow this in a 1 gallon. Likes being moist but well-joined soil. It is recommended, especially on hot days like this, you water it more than regularly so it doesn't want it to dry out. A good variety for attracting butterflies, bees, and is also considered to be deer resistant, which is a plus. Bright color perennial produces single fuchsia flowers with lavender centers on top, mound with blue foliage under a hedge of sunny borders and pathways. And the next picture, please. Now this is another variety I just moved to current. This one is a painted town red. It's a newer variety. We had this last year. It's also known as pink. This variety is also another zone 4 to zone 9, 6 to 8 inches in height, as well as 16 to 18 inches in width. This is a very beautiful deep magenta red. It is in a 1 gallon. They're just starting to get canned full, but like I said, once again, it's hopefully got this in current, help you out with your sales goal. I like to be moist but well-drained soil. This variety is considered to be drought tolerant, but still, I would just watch that during the hot summer seasons to keep it watered. It's a bright color perennial, produces single deep magenta red flowers on top of a mound of blue-green foliage. It's a continuous rebloomer, which is a plus, and it's a very fragrant flower. There's also no good variety for your pollinators, attracting bees and butterflies. Next picture, please. And finally, this is the Hosta Patriot. As you know, we do, Patriot is one of our higher sellers. This is a crop we just got in. They came up from the south. It's going in for direct sales. We will sell through this crop first, and then we will continue on with our next crop that's going on. The Patriot is a zone 3 to zone 9. It's 2 feet in height as well as 2.5 feet in width. It's a beautiful lavender flower. We grow this in a 19 centimeter. This is a 19 centimeter sent to us. It likes to remove the deadhead during the mid-spring, so you can have this beautiful foliage. White edge with a green center. Still one of our most requested varieties from retailers and landscapers. It performs very well in landscapes. It prefers to be in sort of shade, right? And we do keep this under shade cloth to slow down the process of many scorching or bleeds and stuff like that. We got 2,000 of these varieties in. That's the average plant you see in that pictures on the right. So like I said, the next crop of Hosta Patriots will be pulled from this crop, just to let you know.
First up, we have corn ultrifolia, and we'll go to dogwood. I'm not sure that we've ever really talked too much about it. We grow a limited quantity of this. This is a native plant. You'll find it in the woods. It's like other dogwoods, I would classify it more as an understory plant. It will grow on the edge of the woods as well. Extremely hardy, zone 3 to 7. They will get 25 foot high with 30 foot wide. It's a yellowish white flower, so it's not a pure white flower. It does prefer well-drained soils. It will attract birds, butterflies, so you can classify this as a pollinator in the tree world. And it does have some decent fall color as well. Be aware of this. These are, that's a current picture, so they are in bloom. You can see the picture there in the middle on the right, what the plant looks like. It will get relatively large with age. Good for a backdrop in a shaded area in someone's yard. Put a couple Japanese maples on. We did roll new inventory on these this week. You'll see that pop up. This is what these plants look like. Yukihama's one of the better ones that we have for the dissectum cut leaf type. These are 7 gallons. They have flushed really well. They look really good as far as that goes. But we put a limited number on at this point. Really want to see a little bit more growth in some of the other plants. Due to the amount of sales on Japanese maples in the last 2 or 3 years, the crops have been getting smaller, so we are holding them back. So we feel that we're putting out good value on these plants. Tammy's 10-foot high by 10-foot wide. It is zone 5, zone 8. If you are getting an extremely warm climate where you get down in zone, even in zone 6, 7, you probably want to put this plant in a little bit of afternoon shade to help keep the heat stress off. Been a really good plant for us over the years. Low maintenance. That's what they look like currently today. And we did the same thing with the blood goods. Those, that's currently what 7 gallons look like. They're making size. So that's one of the things that we're holding back on these. Like I said before, we really want to make sure we're putting a good product out there that's perceived as good value. Blood goods probably one of your better, more well-known red leafed. It will get 20-foot high by 15-foot wide. It tolerates a wide array of climate. It will hold this color very well throughout the summer, unlike some of the varieties that fade to green, and does a good job. Holds up really well in the landscape. And last is Salix albitristus. This is white weeping willows on 4 to 8. There's been some questions on this. We did do this line last year. These are the 5 gallons. This is what will be, just put these on inventory. This is a plant that we put together to try and get a little bit cheaper tree out there. Has some pretty good inputs in it as far as for us on the growing end. For everyone that doesn't know willow, it is a rather aggressive grower. It tolerates wet sites. It will get 70-foot high by 70-foot wide, so you need a big area for this to grow in. As it ages, it will have, if this is a softwood tree, it will have some issues with branches falling off. It will give you some, you see the picture on the far right, it will give you some good fall color. It is more of a yellow gold, and the younger branching on it as well will be have a yellowish green cast to it in the spring. You can see that in the trunk on the plant that we have. So, any questions?